Today we'll be looking at one of my all-time favorite Dream Theater tunes, The Mirror. First, we're going to dissect and analyze exactly what's happening with the rhythmic motive and how it's developed. Then we'll steal it and see how many different ways we can utilize it for our own playing. Now I'm going to play the first two measures of the piece. Listen closely and see if you can determine what the motif is. If you guessed any of these, you'd be correct. In essence, it's basically 3 notes of the same length, and then one rest of an equal length. This motif is very simple, and it's been around for centuries. What makes it so interesting on this track is when Mike Portnoy, the one and only drummer for Dream Theater, gets on the track and goes full sicko mode. Let's listen in. Is that where you thought the beat was going to be? If you said yes, you've either heard this song before or you're a liar. And that brings us to our first variation on what we'll call the mirror motif. Just put it in 12/8. Don't change a single thing except the time signature and voila, you've got a banging beat. It's got a 4/3 polyrhythm and a fat backbeat. There's not much more you could ask for. But I'm going to ask for more. In the piece, Mike plays the theme on his bass drum and then just keeps a simple backbeat going with his hands. Something like this. But what if you don't want your groove to be so heavy on the kick? Well, then move that theme over to the ride or the hi-hat. Why don't we spruce up that bass drum? Play the theme on your hi-hat and open it every 3rd note. Hi-hat on every 5th partial and then play an Afro-Cuban in your... I could go on, but you get the idea. Let's listen in more and see where... Let's listen some more to the track and see where Mr. Portnoy takes us. Awesome. Loving that. That takes us to variation number 2 of our motif, which just puts it in a good old 4/4. This is the most common way to use it, and it's fairly bland on its own. Fortunately, Mike's already subverted our expectations with that 12/8 tomfoolery, so when we really do land in 4/4, it's a pleasant surprise and much more satisfying. Let's see if Pork Boy has any other surprises in store. He does. Woo-wee, what just happened? Blink and you'll miss it. What Mike does here is a very clever technique to rhythmically displace the theme by 1/16 note. The groove was here, and now it's here. You'll notice that the mirror motif has stayed the same. It's just been moved 1 partial to the left. Mike accomplishes this by playing 1 bar of 17/16, while the rest of the band continues playing the same groove. So our final variation, number 3, is really pretty much the same as 2. It's just moved a partial over. Which brings us to the topic of rhythmic displacement. If we can move the theme around in 4/4, why not do the same in 12/8? How about 1 more partial over? How about
another one
partial over? And just like that, we've got 4 unique grooves out of 1 simple motif. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, that's great and all, but I want to do more counting. Awesome. Put it in 7/8. Put it in quintuplets. The possibilities are endless. Try it out yourself. Play the motif in different limbs. Put it in whack time signatures. And most importantly, give it a fat backbeat.